Hello there, and welcome to the Sleeping Science Bedtime. Tonight, we'll drift through the quiet architecture of the emotional self, a landscape where biology meets the softest parts of our humanity, and where the mind learns to listen to the whispers of the body. Perhaps the day has been full of noise, and your thoughts have been racing like leaves in a sudden wind. Let your shoulders rest. Let gravity hold you, pressing you gently into the stillness of the room. Tonight, we'll drift through the quiet laws of emotional intelligence, exploring how the brain turns chemical signals into the profound experience of being alive. If this calm space brings you peace, consider sharing it. It helps other wandering minds find their way here too. Now, let's begin. You are resting now, and as the room settles around you, your nervous system begins its nightly transition from the vigilance of the day to the sanctuary of the dark. Deep within the folds of your brain, the limbic system, the ancient seat of your feelings, is slowly exhaling, its high-speed circuits softening their glow. This complex network has spent the day scanning your environment, translating every sound and light into a symphony of internal signals. It is the silent sentinel of your survival, working with a precision that predates language, ensuring that you are safe before you even realize you are thinking. The rhythm continues, unbidden and steady, as your consciousness prepares to explore its own depth. Deep in the temporal lobes, the almond-shaped amygdala rests like a small, smooth stone at the bottom of a clear stream. This tiny structure is the gatekeeper of your emotional world, processing the raw data of your senses with incredible speed. When you felt a surge of energy earlier today, or perhaps a moment of sudden caution, it was this cluster of neurons firing in a fraction of a second. It does not speak in words, but in the language of sensation, a tightening in the chest, a warmth in the hands, a sudden clarity in the eyes. And still, it turns, processing the echoes of the day into the quietude of the night. Beside this ancient sentinel lies the hippocampus, the librarian of your experiences, carefully filing away the emotional weight of your memories. It works in tandem with your feelings, deciding which moments carry enough significance to be etched into the long-term architecture of your mind. While you lie here, it is busy weaving the threads of your day into the fabric of your identity, turning fleeting impressions into the wisdom of your history. It understands that a feeling is often just data in disguise, a signal from the past helping you navigate the waters of the future. The network endures, silent and diligent in the dark. Higher up, just behind your forehead, the prefrontal cortex begins to dim its analytical lights, moving from logic to a state of receptive wonder. This is the executive center, the part of you that interprets the raw pulses of the amygdala and gives them names like joy, or patience, or longing. It is the bridge between the impulse and the action, the quiet space where you decide how to respond to the world's many colors. In this moment, it is no longer required to solve or to plan, but merely to witness the internal tide, and everything rests in its place, balanced and secure. Your body is a vast sea of chemical messengers, where hormones and neurotransmitters flow like currents beneath a calm surface. When you feel a sense of belonging or a surge of warmth toward a friend, molecules of oxytocin are drifting through your system like soft golden dust. This neuropeptide acts as a social glue, lowering the barriers of the heart and allowing for the quiet resonance of empathy to take hold. It is the biological foundation of trust, a physical manifestation of the invisible bonds that connect one soul to another. The current flows, without effort, through the winding pathways of your being. Interoception is the quiet sense that allows you to feel the internal state of your body, from the rhythm of your heart to the depth of your breath. Right now, your brain is receiving a constant stream of information from your organs, mapping the geography of your physical self in real time. You might feel the weight of your limbs or the slow, rhythmic expansion of your ribcage as you inhale the cool air of the evening. This internal awareness is the first step toward emotional clarity, for the body always knows the truth of a feeling before the mind can find the words. Peace hums through the body, steady and deep. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a process known to science as affect labeling. When you identify a vague sense of unease as simple fatigue, the amygdala's fire begins to cool, its intensity dampened by the prefrontal cortex's gentle recognition. The mere act of putting a word to a sensation changes the chemistry of the brain, moving the experience from a state of reaction to a state of understanding. It is a form of internal alchemy, where the raw lead of impulse is refined into the gold of self-awareness, and the quiet holds, expanding with every breath. The somatic marker hypothesis suggests that our bodies store the emotional residue of every decision we have ever made, acting as a compass for the future. When you face a choice, your brain flashes back to the physical sensations associated with similar moments, guiding you toward balance through the memory of the gut. This is the biological root of intuition, a sophisticated calculation performed by the nervous system in the background of your conscious thought. You are never truly starting over. You are always supported by the accumulated intelligence of your lived experience. The rhythm continues, guiding you toward the center. Consider the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reshape itself in response to the paths you choose to walk. Every time you meet a difficult moment, with a breath of patience, you are strengthening the neural highways of regulation and grace. Like water carving a canyon through stone, your consistent choices create new landscapes within your mind, making peace an easier destination to reach with each passing night. You are the architect of your own internal ecosystem, planting seeds of calm that will eventually grow into forests of resilience, and life adjusts once more, leaning toward the light. Emotional intelligence is not the absence of feeling, but the capacity to hold multiple truths within the same quiet space. You can feel the weight of a sorrow while simultaneously noticing the beauty of a sunset or the chill of the wind. This complexity is a sign of a highly integrated mind, one that no longer needs to push away the shadows to appreciate the light. In the stillness of your room, you can allow all these internal textures to exist without judgment, watching them drift by like clouds across a vast evening sky. The quiet returns to the roots of your being. Mirror neurons are the silent observers within your motor cortex that fire not only when you act, but when you see another person moving or feeling. They allow you to graze the interior world of another, creating a bridge of shared experience that transcends the boundaries of the skin. When you see a smile, these cells simulate the warmth of that joy within your own brain, a biological echo that makes compassion possible. This is the foundation of our social fabric, the evolutionary proof that we were never meant to walk the world alone, and the network endures, weaving us together in the dark. The vagus nerve, the long and wandering highway of the parasympathetic nervous system, is currently sending signals of safety from your gut to your brain. It acts as a cooling system for the soul, slowing the heart and softening the breath until the body enters a state of deep restoration. As you lie there, this nerve is whispering to every cell that the day's work is done and that the time for healing has arrived. You are moving away from the fight or flight of the sun and into the rest and digest of the moon. Stillness travels through the water of your cells. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, a rhythmic pulse that synchronizes with the needs of the moment. Your heart rate variability, the subtle changes in time between each beat, is a measure of your emotional flexibility and your ability to recover from stress. A resilient heart is like a tree that bends in the wind but does not break, possessing a natural rhythm that adjusts to the environment with effortless grace. Right now, your heart is finding its slow, steady cadence, a song of endurance and peace that requires no conscious effort to maintain. And still, it turns. Cognitive reappraisal is the art of looking at a situation through a different lens, changing the emotional outcome by shifting the narrative. It is the realization that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can choose the story we tell ourselves about why it matters. This mental flexibility is a hallmark of emotional intelligence, allowing us to find the hidden lesson in a setback or the quiet beauty in a mundane moment. It is like turning a prism in the light, watching as the colors shift and dance until a new perspective emerges. The current flows without effort toward clarity. The brain's ability to predict how we will feel in the future is known as affective forecasting, a mental simulation that helps us plan our lives. While we are often prone to overestimating the intensity of future joys or sorrows, the act of reflecting on these predictions brings us closer to our true needs. In this quiet hour, you can look back on your day and see where your expectations met reality and where they drifted apart like ships in the night. This reflection is not a critique, but a gentle calibration of your internal navigation system. Stillness widens its reach, covering the past in a soft glow. Within the microscopic world of the synapse, the space between two neurons is a bustling marketplace of potential and change. Here, the chemical balance determines the tone of your internal weather, whether it be the bright sun of focus or the cool mist of reflection. When you choose to rest, the brain prioritizes the clearing away of metabolic waste, washing the neural pathways in a gentle tide of cerebrospinal fluid. It is a nightly cleansing, a way for the mind to reset its chemistry so that you can wake with a clean slate and a fresh perspective. Quietly, the system restores itself. Empathy is the resonance of one nervous system with another, a profound attunement that allows us to feel the weight of another's journey. It begins with the simple recognition of a facial expression or a tone of voice, but it deepens into a state of shared presence where words are no longer necessary. This ability to feel with is one of the highest expressions of human intelligence, a bridge across the isolation of the self. As you rest, you might feel the quiet connection to all those who are also seeking rest, a communal pulse of humanity breathing together, and peace lingers in the air. The concept of social homeostasis describes how our interactions with others help regulate our own internal states and biological rhythms. We are social animals whose heart rates and cortisol levels often sync up with those we love, creating a shared biological environment of safety. When you are near someone who is calm, your own nervous system begins to mirror that tranquility, finding its way back to center through the presence of another. Even in the solitude of your sleep, the memory of these connections acts as a stabilizing force, a soft anchor in the vastness of the night. The rhythm continues. Emotional regulation is the process of modulating the intensity and duration of a feeling, ensuring that it serves us rather than overwhelms us. It is like the thermostat in a room, sensing the rise in temperature and gently bringing it back to a comfortable level before the heat becomes too much. This skill is developed over a lifetime of practice, a slow mastery of the internal climate that leads to a state of enduring psychological resilience. Tonight, your internal thermostat is set to the perfect cool of rest, allowing every part of you to settle into a deep and restorative chill, and silence follows. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is the physical track along which self-control and understanding travel, a road that becomes smoother with every use. When we are young, this path is like a trail through high grass, but as we grow in emotional literacy, it becomes a wide and paved highway. This structural growth allows us to pause between a stimulus and a response, creating the space where freedom and wisdom live. You are resting now on the results of all the times you chose to be kind to yourself, enjoying the quiet traffic of a well-ordered mind. Still, the universe breathes within you. Interoceptive accuracy, the ability to correctly perceive your body's signals, is linked to greater emotional stability and a deeper sense of self. By listening to the subtle shifts in your physiology, you gain access to a wellspring of information that lies beneath the level of conscious thought. You might notice the slight cooling of your skin as your body temperature drops for sleep, or the heavy, pleasant sensation of your muscles letting go of the day's tension. This physical listening is a form of deep respect for the biological vessel that carries you through the world, and life adjusts once more. The window of tolerance is the optimal zone of arousal, where we can process emotions effectively without becoming overwhelmed or shut down. When we are within this window, we are at our most creative, compassionate, and clear-headed, able to engage with life's challenges with a sense of groundedness. As you prepare for sleep, your window is widening, inviting in the softest parts of your consciousness to explore the day's lessons without fear. It is a safe harbor where the waters are always still enough to see your own reflection in the depths. The quiet returns to the roots. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a mantra that resonates through the corridors of the modern brain. By labeling our inner states, we move from being the emotion to being the observer of the emotion, a subtle but profound shift in identity. This observer is the part of you that remains constant, the sky that watches the weather of the mind without being changed by the storm. In this state of observation, there is a profound peace, a realization that you are the vastness that holds the feeling, not the feeling itself, and the quiet holds its rhythm. The brain's reward system, centered around the release of dopamine, is often associated with the excitement of pursuit, but it also finds joy in the quiet satisfaction of a task well done. When you reflect on a moment where you acted with emotional intelligence, a small, gentle glow of dopamine rewards your neurons for their alignment with your values. This is how we learn to be better versions of ourselves, not through punishment, but through the quiet pleasure of living in harmony with our own integrity. It is a slow, internal applause that carries you toward a deeper sense of worth. The current flows without effort. Effective neuroscience shows us that the brain is not a computer, but a living, feeling organ that prioritizes emotional relevance above all else. We do not see the world as it is. We see it as we feel it, filtered through the lens of our current emotional state and our past experiences. This realization brings a sense of humility and wonder, as we understand that every person we meet is also navigating their own unique emotional weather. It encourages a softness in our judgments and a widening of our capacity for compassion, and everything rests in its place. Shutterstock. The anterior cingulate cortex is the part of the brain that detects conflicts between what we expect and what actually happens, acting as a gentle alarm for the soul. When we practice emotional intelligence, we learn to listen to this alarm without panic, treating it as a signal to pay closer attention rather than a reason to react. It is the seat of our emotional flexibility, the ability to switch gears and adapt to new information with a sense of curiosity rather than frustration. Tonight, this alarm is silent, its work finished, leaving only the calm resonance of a mind at peace with its surroundings. Stillness feeds the ground. The hormone cortisol, often called the stress hormone, follows a natural circadian rhythm, peaking in the morning to wake us and dropping to its lowest point as the sun sets. As you lie here, your cortisol levels are at their nadir, allowing the body's repair mechanisms to take center stage and heal the micro-strains of the day. This chemical descent is the biological equivalent of a curtain falling at the end of a play, signaling that the drama of the day is over and the quiet of the night has begun. You are surrendering to the natural chemistry of rest, and the quiet deepens. Emotional granularity is the ability to distinguish between similar emotions, such as the difference between disappointed and discouraged. The more precise we are with our emotional vocabulary, the more effectively our brain can regulate our responses and help us recover from difficulty. It is like having a high-resolution map of an internal landscape, allowing us to find our way home even when the path is obscured by mist. In the stillness of the night, you can appreciate the fine details of your inner world, seeing the subtle shades of color that make up the tapestry of your life. The rhythm begins again. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, a reminder that your physical and emotional selves are inextricably linked. The way you breathe, the way you hold your jaw, and the way you rest your hands are all part of a continuous conversation between your body and your mind. As you consciously soften your physical form, you are sending a message of safety to your brain, which in turn releases the tension in your thoughts. It is a feedback loop of tranquility, a gentle spiral that leads down into the velvet darkness of a dreamless sleep. And everything softens as the boundary between the day's effort and the night's surrender begins to dissolve into a gentle haze. Your body, now heavy with the weight of pleasant exhaustion, acts as a grounding wire for the electrical activity of your mind. In this state, the brain's default mode network begins to hum, a series of interconnected regions that come alive when you are not focused on a specific task. It is the birthplace of your most creative reflections and your deepest sense of self, wandering through the vast archives of your life with a quiet, curious light. The network endures, exploring the reaches of your inner world while you remain still. The insular cortex, hidden deep within the lateral sulcus, functions as the emotional heart of your brain, integrating sensory data from your body with the social context of your environment. It is the bridge that allows you to feel the gut feeling of a situation, translating the physical state of your organs into a conscious perception of how you feel. Right now, the insula is sensing the slow, rhythmic cooling of your skin and the steady, unhurried pace of your heart. It reports back to your consciousness that all is well and that the environment is safe for the total vulnerability of sleep. Peace hums through the body, consistent and calm. Consider the role of the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest circuit that acts as the quiet gardener of your biology. While the sympathetic system prepares you for the storm, the parasympathetic system prepares you for the harvest, tending to the repair of tissues and the consolidation of energy. As you breathe out, the vagus nerve sends a pulse to the sinoatrial node of your heart, subtly slowing its rhythm for the duration of the exhale. This tiny rhythmic deceleration is a gift from your biology, a built-in mechanism for finding peace in the middle of a heartbeat, and the breath holds its rhythm. Emotional intelligence involves the recognition that our perceptions are often affective realism, the phenomenon where our feelings dictate what we see in the world around us. If we are tired or stressed, a simple shadow might look like a threat. If we are at peace, a quiet room feels like a sanctuary. By understanding this biological bias, we gain the power to pause and ask the body what it needs before we believe the mind's interpretation. Tonight, the mind is clear, and the sanctuary of your room is perceived exactly as it is, a place of profound and well-earned rest, and the quiet remains. Oxytocin, often called the hormone of connection, doesn't just work between people, it also facilitates a sense of connection with the self. As you lie in the comfort of your bed, the gentle pressure of the blankets against your skin can trigger a subtle release of this soothing chemical. It encourages a state of internal warmth, a feeling of being protected and held by the very environment you have created for your rest. This self-soothing is a vital component of emotional regulation, a way of providing yourself with the safety required to let go of the day's armor. The rhythm of the deep endures. The prefrontal cortex has spent the day making thousands of micro-decisions, a process that consumes a significant amount of the brain's glucose and energy. This decision fatigue is a real biological state, where the executive centers of the brain become less effective at regulating impulses and emotions as the day wears on. Sleep is the only true cure for this fatigue, a chance for the brain to replenish its stores of adenosine triphosphate and clear away the fog of effort. You are surrendering to this necessary renewal, allowing the engine of your intellect to cool in the evening air. And still, the universe breathes. In the quiet of the synapse, the neurotransmitter GABA acts as the brain's primary inhibitory signal, the stop sign that prevents neurons from overfiring. It is the chemical embodiment of a whisper, telling the busy circuits of the brain to lower their volume and find a state of calm. Many of the most profound moments of emotional clarity happen when GABA is most active, allowing us to see through the noise of our reactions to the truth beneath. As you drift closer to sleep, GABA is spreading through your cortex like a soft velvet curtain, quieting the last of the day's echoes. Silence keeps its shape. Empathy is not just an emotional response, but a metabolic one. It requires energy to attune our nervous system to the frequency of another's experience. This is why we sometimes feel compassion fatigue when we have spent too much time holding the weight of others' emotions without replenishing our own. Sleep is the time when the empathy circuits of the brain, such as the temporoparietal junction, go offline to recalibrate and rest. By allowing yourself to drift away tonight, you are ensuring that you will have the emotional resources to be kind and present. Tomorrow, the rhythm continues, without effort. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a truth that finds its home in the left ventrolateral prefrontal cortex. This specific region of the brain is the specialized tool we use to convert the wordless energy of the limbic system into the structured form of language. When we tell ourselves, "I am feeling overwhelmed," we are essentially handing a map to a person lost in a forest. The forest doesn't disappear, but it becomes a place that can be navigated rather than a place to be feared. You are the navigator of your own soul, resting now in a clearing of your own making, and everything settles. The concept of emotional contagion describes how we unconsciously mimic the emotions of those around us through a process of motor and sensory resonance. We catch a laugh or a sigh as easily as a cold, as our brains try to keep us in sync with our social group for the sake of survival. Tonight, however, you are in your own emotional atmosphere, a self-contained ecosystem where the only rhythm you need to match is the slow pulse of your own tranquility. You are the source of your own calm, a stone dropped into a still pond, watching the ripples move outward into the dark. Stillness travels through the water. Neuroplasticity ensures that the more often we return to a state of calm before sleep, the more easily the brain can find that path in the future. You are building a neural ritual, a highway of tranquility, that becomes broader and smoother with every night you spend in this quiet exploration. Eventually, the very act of lying down and closing your eyes becomes a signal that overrides all other noise, a master key that unlocks the door to rest. You are training your brain in the art of peace, a skill as tangible as learning a new language or a craft, and life adjusts once more. The anterior insula is responsible for the feeling of being, the basic sense of existing as a conscious entity within a physical body. It integrates the temperature of the air, the pressure of your clothes, and the internal rhythm of your heart into a single, unified experience of you. As you drift, this sense of self becomes less about your name, your job, or your worries, and more about the simple, beautiful fact of your presence. You are a biological wonder, a living symphony of 1,000,000,000,000 cells all working together to maintain the miracle of your consciousness. The quiet returns to the roots, cognitive. Reappraisal allows us to look back at the friction of the day and see it not as a failure, but as a data point for our growth. This ability to reframe our experiences is one of the most powerful tools in the kit of emotional intelligence, turning stress into a challenge and a mistake into a lesson. It shifts the brain from a defensive posture to a receptive one, opening the door to new solutions and deeper understandings. Tonight, as the details of the day fade, only the essential lessons remain, glowing softly like embers in a hearth, and still it turns. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, reminding us that the heart is a sensory organ as much as it is a pump. It has its own intrinsic nervous system, a collection of neurons that can sense, remember, and act independently of the brain. This heart-brain communicates constantly with the cranial brain, influencing our perceptions of safety and connection through the vagal pathways. When your heart is at peace, your mind follows, caught in the gravitational pull of a steady and loving rhythm. The orbit holds, secure and ancient. The amygdala's sensitivity can be modulated by the quality of our sleep, as a rested brain is much better at distinguishing between real threats and harmless inconveniences. When we are sleep deprived, the connection between the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala weakens, leaving us more prone to irritation and anxiety. By prioritizing your rest tonight, you are performing a vital act of maintenance on your emotional hardware, ensuring your filters are sharp and your reactions are measured. You are protecting your future self through the simple act of letting go. Stillness widens its reach. The role of dopamine in emotional intelligence is often misunderstood. It is not just about pleasure, but about the motivation to learn and adapt. When we successfully navigate a complex social situation or manage a difficult emotion, the brain releases a small pulse of dopamine to reinforce that healthy behavior. It is the biological "well done" that encourages us to keep growing even when the path is difficult. As you rest, your brain is processing these successes, cementing the neural pathways that lead to emotional mastery and social grace. The current flows without effort, Effective forecasting, our ability to predict our emotional reactions, is often improved by the quiet reflection that happens in the moments before sleep, by reviewing how we felt today compared to how we expected to feel. We can fine-tune our internal models of the world. This leads to better decision-making and a more stable emotional baseline, as we become less surprised by the shifting tides of our own internal weather. You are becoming a more accurate cartographer of your own heart, mapping the terrain with a steady and patient hand. And the quiet holds. The cerebellum, long thought to be only involved in motor coordination, is now known to play a crucial role in the timing and sequencing of our emotional responses. It helps us smooth out our feelings, ensuring that our reactions are appropriate in scale and speed to the situation at hand. It works in the background, a silent conductor of the emotional orchestra, making sure no single instrument overpowers the rest. In the stillness of your bed, the cerebellum is resting its baton, allowing the music of your mind to fade into a single, sustained note of peace. Stillness feeds the ground. Mirror neurons allow us to read the room, picking up on the subtle cues of others' body language and facial expressions to understand the unspoken emotional climate. This unconscious synchronization is what allows a group of people to move as one, or a pair of friends to understand each other without a word. Tonight, you are free from the need to read or respond to anyone else, allowing your mirror neurons to settle into a state of quiet observation. You are simply here in the company of your own consciousness, resting in the stillness of your own space, and the network endures. The concept of social homeostasis suggests that we have a biological set point for the amount of social interaction and emotional connection we need to stay healthy. When we are lonely, our nervous system enters a state of high alert. When we are overstimulated, we feel the need to withdraw and recalibrate. Sleep is the ultimate form of withdrawal, a necessary period of social fasting that allows the brain to process our interactions and prepare for new ones. You are honoring this biological boundary, retreating into the sanctuary of the self to restore your social energy. The quiet deepens. Emotional granularity, the precision of our feeling states, is linked to a lower risk of developing stress-related illnesses and a greater ability to bounce back from adversity. It is the difference between seeing a forest as a green wall and seeing it as a collection of individual oaks, pines, and ferns, each with its own story. By developing a rich and varied emotional vocabulary, we give our brains more options for how to respond to the world, moving from a blunt instrument to a fine-tuned tool. You are a collector of nuances, a connoisseur of the subtle shifts in the human heart, and the rhythm begins again. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a practice that anchors us in the present moment and prevents us from being swept away by the past. When we label a feeling, we are acknowledging its presence without allowing it to define our entire identity. We are the host of the feeling, not the feeling itself, the traveler, not the road. This distinction is the core of emotional freedom, the quiet realization that we can witness our internal storms from the safety of the shore. You are standing on that shore now, watching the waves roll in and out, and peace lingers. The hippocampus is particularly sensitive to the hormone cortisol, which can interfere with its ability to form new memories and regulate emotions if levels remain high for too long. This is why chronic stress can make us feel forgetful and emotionally brittle, as the very parts of our brain meant to help us learn are being suppressed. Sleep is the time when cortisol levels are naturally flushed from the brain, allowing the hippocampus to recover and do its essential work of consolidation. Your rest tonight is a healing bath for your memory, a way to protect the integrity of your personal history. Quietly, the system restores itself. Neuroplasticity is not just about learning new facts. It's about learning new ways of being, including the ability to be kind to yourself when you are struggling. Every time you replace a self-critical thought with a compassionate one, you are physically changing the landscape of your brain, making kindness the path of least resistance. This internal rewiring is one of the most profound acts of agency a human being can perform, a slow and steady transformation of the soul. You are a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making, and tonight is a time for the paint to dry and the structure to set. Still, The universe breathes. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex is the area of the brain that helps us associate specific outcomes with their emotional significance, teaching us what to value and what to let go. It is the seat of our moral compass, helping us align our actions with our deepest beliefs and the needs of our community. As you reflect on your day, this region is quietly highlighting the moments where you acted with integrity, reinforcing the sense of self that will guide you tomorrow. You are resting in the knowledge that you are moving toward your own best version, one quiet choice at a time. And life adjusts once more. Interoception, the sense of the internal state of the body, is the foundation upon which the higher levels of emotional intelligence are built. Without the ability to feel the physical signals of our emotions, we are like pilots flying without instruments, unable to tell our altitude or our speed. By practicing this internal listening, we become more grounded and more resilient, able to catch the first signs of stress before they turn into a crisis. You are listening to your body now, hearing the slow, steady heartbeat of a system that knows exactly how to take care of you. The rhythm of the deep endures. The window of tolerance can be expanded through the practice of mindfulness and the regular experience of safety and connection. When we spend time in environments that feel secure, our nervous system learns that it doesn't need to be on high alert, allowing our window to widen and our capacity for joy to increase. Your bedroom, your bed, and this moment are all part of that safety, a controlled environment where you can practice the art of total relaxation. You are teaching your nervous system that it is okay to be soft and that the world will wait while you rest. The quiet returns to the roots. The concept of affective realism teaches us that our emotions are not just reactions to the world, but the very ingredients we use to construct the world we see. If we cultivate a state of internal peace, we will find a world that is more peaceful. If we nurture a spirit of curiosity, the world becomes a place of endless wonder. This is the ultimate power of emotional intelligence, the ability to choose the colors with which we paint our reality. Tonight, you are choosing the deep blues and soft purples of rest, creating a world of shadow and starlight, and everything rests in its place. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, a rhythmic bridge between the conscious and the unconscious mind. As you drift towards sleep, the frequency of your brain waves begins to slow, moving from the rapid beta waves of the day to the slower alpha and theta waves of relaxation. This transition is like a boat moving from a choppy river into a vast and still lake, where every movement creates a long and elegant ripple. You are entering the realm of the subconscious, where the rules of logic give way to the deeper wisdom of the heart. The current flows without effort. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is the most important structural connection in the brain for the regulation of emotion and the maintenance of mental health. It is the physical manifestation of the balance between thought and feeling, between the new brain and the old. By strengthening this connection through the practices of emotional intelligence, we create a mind that is both powerful and peaceful, capable of great things and deep rest. You are resting on the strength of this connection now, trusting in the architecture of your own being to keep you safe through the night. And the quiet holds its rhythm, as the electrical storm of the day's logic fades into a steady, low-frequency hum. Within the cerebral cortex, the neurons are beginning to synchronize, firing in a collective pattern that signals the onset of a deeper state of consciousness. This synchronization is a beautiful act of biological cooperation, where the individual voices of your thoughts merge into a single, unified chorus of stillness. It is the brain's way of pulling the covers over its own eyes, retreating into the private theater of the mind, where time and space begin to lose their rigid boundaries. The network endures, shifting its focus from the world outside to the sanctuary within. The role of serotonin in the emotional landscape is one of balance and contentment, acting as a chemical stabilizer that keeps the moods from swinging too far in any direction. As evening deepens, your brain begins to convert this serotonin into melatonin, the hormone of the dark, which serves as the biological signal for every cell in your body to prepare for rest. This transition is as old as the stars, a molecular response to the fading of the light, that ensures your internal clock remains in sync with the turning of the Earth. You are a creature of the sun and the moon, governed by tides of chemistry that are older than memory, and still, it turns. Consider the affective niche, the idea that we create an emotional environment around ourselves through the choices we make and the people we invite in. Emotional intelligence allows us to recognize when our niche has become cluttered or stressful, and gives us the tools to prune it back to a state of health. Your bed is the center of your most intimate niche, a place where you have intentionally gathered comfort, warmth, and silence. By curating this space, you have already performed a significant act of self-regulation, providing your nervous system with the ideal conditions for a total release. Stillness travels through the water. Interoception reveals the subtle somatic markers that guide our moral and social decision-making, often before we are consciously aware of a problem. When something feels off in a social interaction, it is often your body detecting a micro-expression or a change in heart rate that your conscious mind missed. This biological honesty is a gift, a survival mechanism that keeps us aligned with our truth, even when the world is confusing. As you rest, your body is resetting these delicate sensors, washing them clean of the day's debris so they can be sharp and clear for the morning light. Peace hums through the body. The prefrontal cortex, specifically the medial portion, is responsible for self-referential processing, the act of thinking about who you are and how you fit into the world. During the day, this can often become a source of worry, but in the quiet of the night, it can transform into a state of benevolent reflection. You are able to see yourself not as a list of tasks or a collection of roles, but as a living, breathing process of growth and learning. This perspective shift is a key element of emotional maturity, a way of holding your own life with a sense of gentle curiosity. And the quiet remains. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a practice that reduces the affective load on your nervous system. Every time you identify a complex emotion, you are essentially offloading a bit of the brain's processing work, moving it from a state of raw energy to a state of understood data. This lightens the burden on your heart and allows your spirit to feel more buoyant, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. You are becoming lighter with every breath, shedding the heavy garments of the day's concerns and stepping into the weightless world of sleep. And everything settles. The anterior cingulate cortex acts as the brain's error detection system, but it also plays a vital role in empathy and the perception of social pain. When we see someone we care about in distress, this region fires as if we were experiencing the pain ourselves, creating a physical bridge of shared humanity. This resonance is what makes us social beings, capable of great acts of kindness and self-sacrifice. Tonight, you can rest in the knowledge that your capacity for connection is a fundamental part of your biology, a beautiful and enduring part of your design. The rhythm continues, without effort. Mirror neurons are not just for physical movements. They also help us simulate the emotional states of characters in stories, movies, and dreams. This is why a simple book can make us cry, or a quiet piece of music can bring us a sense of profound hope. As you drift towards sleep, your brain is preparing to enter a world of narrative, where these neurons will be your guide through the landscapes of the subconscious. You will travel through stories without needing to move a muscle, experiencing the vastness of human emotion from the safety of your bed, and life adjusts once more. The concept of emotional regulation includes the ability to savor positive experiences, extending their life and their impact on our well-being. By lingering on a moment of gratitude or a sense of accomplishment before sleep, you are instructing your brain to prioritize those pathways, making them stronger and easier to find. This proactive regulation builds a reservoir of resilience that you can draw upon when things become difficult, a hidden bank of light for the darker days. You are depositing peace into your own heart right now, a treasure that will wait for you when you wake. Stillness feeds the ground. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as your pulse slows, the message it sends is one of absolute permission to rest. This slow rhythm is a fundamental signal to the brain's arousal centers, telling them that the vigilance of the day is no longer required. You are entering a state of homeostatic drive, where the body's need for balance overrides all other impulses. It is a powerful, natural force, as irresistible as the tide, pulling you down into the restorative depths of the night. Still, the universe breathes within the cell. Neuroplasticity allows the brain to heal from emotional wounds by slowly overwriting old, painful associations with new, more adaptive ones. This process, known as extinction learning, is most active during certain phases of sleep, when the brain can process memories without the interference of new sensory input. By getting a full night's rest, you are giving your brain the time it needs to perform this internal surgery, smoothing out the jagged edges of past hurts. You are a self-healing organism, a miracle of adaptation and recovery that works best in the dark. The quiet returns to the roots. The insider-outsider perspective of emotional intelligence is the ability to be fully present in a feeling while also observing it from a distance. This dual awareness prevents us from being hijacked by our emotions, providing a buffer of space where we can choose our response. It is like being both the actor on the stage and the audience in the theater, watching the drama unfold with a sense of perspective and grace. In the stillness of your room, you are moving into the role of the observer, watching the last thoughts of the day exit the stage, and the quiet holds. Social homeostasis is maintained through the release of endogenous opioids, the body's natural painkillers, which are released during moments of social warmth and touch. These chemicals create a sense of safety and at-homeness that is essential for our mental and physical health. As you lie in your bed, the familiarity of your surroundings and the comfort of your own presence can trigger a subtle release of these soothing molecules. They act as a soft balm for the spirit, easing any lingering tensions and inviting you into a state of total ease. And peace lingers in the air. The hippocampus is responsible for spatial navigation, but it also helps us navigate the timeline of our own lives, placing our emotions in their proper context. It helps us remember that a feeling of frustration is just a temporary event, not a permanent state of being, by connecting it to other moments of triumph and peace. This contextualizing is a vital skill for emotional stability, preventing us from becoming lost in the now of a difficult emotion. You are a vast landscape of time and memory, much larger than any single feeling could ever be. The rhythm continues. Affective realism means that the feeling of our body is often the feeling of our world. If we are physically comfortable, the world feels like a more benevolent place. If we are in pain, the world feels harsh. By tending to your physical comfort now, adjusting your pillow, smoothing your sheets, relaxing your limbs, you are literally changing the flavor of your reality. You are creating a world that is soft, welcoming, and kind. A world that is perfectly suited for the exploration of dreams. Stillness widens its reach, coating the room in peace. The role of the thalamus is to act as the brain's relay station, deciding which sensory signals reach the conscious mind and which are filtered out. As you move towards sleep, the thalamus begins to close its gates, becoming increasingly selective about the information it allows through. The sound of a distant car or the hum of a refrigerator is gently set aside as the brain prepares to focus on the internal signals of the dreaming mind. You are entering a state of sensory sanctuary where the world is quieted so that the soul can speak and silence follows. Cognitive reappraisal is a form of mental time travel where we use our knowledge of the past and our hopes for the future to change how we feel in the present. It is a sophisticated use of the prefrontal cortex that allows us to find meaning in even the most difficult circumstances. This sense of meaning is a powerful buffer against stress and a primary driver of emotional intelligence. Tonight, as you look back on the day, you can see how even the friction helped to polish the surface of your character, and everything rests in its place. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and right now, those thoughts are slowing down, becoming simpler and more rhythmic. The complex narrative self that you carry during the day, the one with a name, a job, and a history, is beginning to dissolve into the minimal self, the simple, pure experience of being alive. This state of pure presence is deeply restorative, a vacation from the demands of identity and the weight of expectation. You are just a breath, a pulse, and a quiet awareness floating in the dark. The current flows without effort. The amygdala's connection to the olfactory bulb is why certain scents can trigger such powerful and immediate emotional memories. Perhaps the scent of your sheets or a faint hint of lavender in the room reminds you of a time of safety and childhood, bypassing the logical brain and going straight to the heart. These sensory anchors can be used to ground ourselves in moments of stress, bringing us back to a state of calm through the power of smell. You are anchored now in the scent of home and the feeling of rest, secure in your own space. And the quiet holds its rhythm. Emotional granularity allows us to see the texture of our inner lives, recognizing that even a single emotion like joy can have 1,000 different variations. There is the quiet joy of a cup of tea, the vibrant joy of a reunion, and the deep, steady joy of a well-earned rest. By appreciating these nuances, we become more attuned to the beauty of the world and more capable of finding contentment in the small things. Tonight, you are experiencing the quietest form of joy, the joy of being exactly where you are, with nothing left to do but sleep. Stillness feeds the ground. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex is also involved in extinction learning, the process of unlearning fears and anxieties that are no longer useful. This is not about forgetting, but about creating new, competing memories that say, "It's okay now." Sleep is the prime time for this chemical rewriting, a nightly update to your internal security system that keeps you from being trapped in the past. You are letting go of the old ghosts of the day, making room for the fresh possibilities of a new morning. And the quiet deepens. Interoception is linked to the capacity for self-compassion, the ability to treat oneself with the same kindness one would offer a dear friend. By feeling the physical vulnerability of our own bodies, we are reminded of our shared human fragility and our need for care. This internal kindness is the bedrock of emotional intelligence, but we cannot truly understand the feelings of others if we are at war with our own. You are at peace with yourself tonight, offering your body the gift of rest with a spirit of gratitude and love, and life adjusts once more. The vagal tone of your nervous system is a measure of how quickly you can return to a state of calm after a stressor, a vital indicator of emotional health. A high vagal tone is like a high-performance braking system, allowing you to slow down the heart and the mind as soon as the need for action has passed. As you lie here, your vagal tone is working perfectly, pulling you away from the heat of the day and into the cool of the night. You are a masterpiece of biological regulation, designed for both action and deep, restorative peace. The quiet returns to the roots. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a truth that is reflected in the way the brain's labeling circuits can inhibit the amygdala's alarm circuits. It is a biological demonstration of the power of awareness to transform experience, turning a scream into a sentence. This mastery of language and emotion is what allows us to navigate the complex social world with grace and resilience. Tonight, you have said all the words you need to say, and you can now surrender to the silence that follows the understanding, and the quiet holds. The concept of affective forecasting reminds us that we are often more resilient than we think we are, capable of handling far more than our anxious minds predict. We often fear that a disappointment will last forever, but our biological set point for happiness is remarkably stable, always pulling us back toward the center. This realization can bring a profound sense of peace, knowing that the tides of emotion will always return to the shore. You are resting on that stable ground now, secure in the knowledge of your own enduring strength. The rhythm begins again. Mirror neurons allow for the contagion of calm, where the presence of a peaceful person can settle the nervous systems of everyone around them. Even if you are alone, the memory of a calm mentor or a peaceful place can trigger this same resonance within your own mind. You are calling upon those memories now, letting the echoes of peace vibrate through your neurons and settle your heart. You are creating a circle of tranquility that expands outward from your bed, filling the room and the night, and everything softens. The The cerebellum's role in emotional timing ensures that our social interactions are synchronized and fluid, allowing us to hit the right notes in the music of conversation. It helps us know when to speak, when to listen, and when to simply be present in the silence. Tonight, the timing is perfect for the longest and most important pause of the day, the pause of sleep. You are falling into the rhythm of the night, a tempo that is slow, deep, and perfectly in sync with the needs of your soul, and the current flows without effort. Social homeostasis means that our biological budget is shared with those we care about. As we help each other manage the energy demands of life, a kind word or a supportive touch can literally lower another person's heart rate and boost their immune system, a form of biological altruism. As you rest, you are replenishing your own budget so that you can continue to be a source of strength and support for the people in your life. You are taking care of yourself so that you can take care of the world, and the quiet holds its rhythm. Emotional granularity is like having a finer grain on a photograph, allowing you to see the details of your internal experience with greater clarity. It prevents the emotional blur that can lead to confusion and reactive behavior, replacing it with a sharp and focused understanding of what you need. This clarity is a form of internal light, a way of seeing in the dark that makes the journey of life much easier to navigate. You are turning that light inward now, seeing the beauty of your own complex and wonderful heart, and everything rests in its place. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you drift into the first stages of sleep, these thoughts become hypnagogic imagery, vivid, dreamlike, flashes that represent the brain's first steps into the subconscious. You might see patterns of light, hear fragments of music, or feel as if you are floating in a warm sea. These are the playful, creative echoes of a mind that is finally free from the constraints of logic and the weight of the day. You are crossing the threshold into the world of dreams, where everything is possible and peace is the only law. Stillness widens its reach. Stillness widens its reach as the brain begins the process of memory consolidation, weaving the events of your afternoon into the long-term tapestry of your life. Within the cortex, delta waves begin to rise, slow, majestic oscillations that look like the rolling swell of a deep ocean. These waves represent the most restorative stage of sleep, a time when the brain's glymphatic system opens its channels to flush out the metabolic byproducts of a day's worth of thinking. It is a literal washing of the mind, a nightly ritual of purification that leaves the landscape of your consciousness fresh and fertile for the coming dawn. The network endures, performing its silent maintenance while you drift further from the shore of wakefulness. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex acts as a sophisticated evaluator of social risk and reward, helping you decide when to open your heart and when to set a boundary. It is the seat of your relational wisdom, the part of you that understands that vulnerability is a strength when it is paired with discernment. In the safety of the night, this region can finally rest, knowing that the boundaries of your room are secure and that no social navigation is required of you. You are free to be entirely yourself, without the need for a mask or a role, resting in the pure simplicity of your own existence. And still, it turns. Interoception reminds us that our gut feelings are actually the result of millions of neurons in the enteric nervous system, communicating directly with the brain via the vagus nerve. This second brain in your digestive tract is highly sensitive to your emotional state, which is why we feel butterflies when we are excited or a sinking feeling when we are sad. Tonight, as your body moves into a state of deep digestion and repair, your gut is sending signals of contentment and fullness to your mind. You are being nourished from the inside out, supported by the quiet intelligence of your own biology. Peace hums through the body. The concept of affective forecasting teaches us that our minds are often better at imagining the future than they are at predicting how that future will actually feel. We often over-prepare for the what-ifs of life, spending precious emotional energy on scenarios that may never come to pass. In the stillness of your bed, you can let go of these mental rehearsals, recognizing that your future self will have the resilience and the intelligence to handle whatever arrives. You are trusting in your own capacity to adapt, a trust that is grounded in the millions of years of evolution that have brought you to this moment. The quiet remains. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a practice that shifts the emotional center of gravity from the reactive limbic system to the reflective cortex. This shift allows you to experience a feeling without being consumed by it, like a mountain that remains unmoved by the clouds that drift across its peaks. You are discovering that you are the space in which your feelings occur, a vast and silent awareness that is never truly disturbed by the weather of the mind. This realization is the ultimate source of emotional stability, a quiet anchor in the ever-changing sea of life, and everything settles. Mirror neurons are active even when we think about the people we love, simulating the warmth of their presence in the absence of their physical touch. This mental resonance allows us to carry our community with us wherever we go, a social safety, net woven from the threads of memory and imagination. As you drift towards sleep, you may feel the invisible support of those who care for you, a gentle pressure of belonging that makes the darkness feel like a soft embrace. You are part of a larger whole, a node in a network of connection that stretches across time and space. The rhythm continues, without effort. The amygdala's low road is a high-speed circuit that allows us to react to danger before we even know what it is, a vital survival tool for our ancestors. However, in our modern world, this circuit can sometimes be triggered by non-threatening events, like an unread email or a sudden noise. Emotional intelligence involves training the high road, the slower, more thoughtful path through the prefrontal cortex, to intervene and reassure the amygdala that all is well. You have walked that high road many times today, and now you can enjoy the peace of a well-guarded mind. And life adjusts once more. Neuroplasticity is most potent when the brain is in a state of relaxed alertness or deep rest, as the lack of external distraction allows for the strengthening of new neural connections. By choosing to listen to these quiet reflections, you are essentially gardening your mind, pulling the weeds of old anxieties and watering the seeds of new insights. You are cultivating a landscape of the soul that is more resilient, more compassionate, and more at peace with itself. This internal work is the most important journey you will ever take, and it is happening now in the stillness of the night. Stillness feeds the ground. Social homeostasis requires a delicate balance between social engagement and social recovery, much like the balance between exercise and rest for a muscle. If we spend too much time alone, our biology craves connection. If we spend too much time with others, our biology craves solitude. Sleep is the primary period of social recovery, a time when the brain processes the complex data of our relationships and resets our social baseline. You are honoring your need for this recovery, retreating into the sanctuary of the self to find the energy for tomorrow's connections. Still, the universe breathes. The hippocampus is responsible for relational memory, the ability to understand how different pieces of information are connected to each other. This is what allows you to see the big picture of your life, understanding how your past experiences have shaped your current values and your future goals. During sleep, the hippocampus replays the events of the day at high speed, helping you find patterns and meanings that were not apparent at the time. You are becoming wiser as you sleep, as your brain connects the dots of your life into a coherent and beautiful story. The quiet returns to the roots. Cognitive reappraisal can be applied not just to negative events, but to the very nature of rest itself. Instead of seeing sleep as a pause in your productivity, you can see it as the most productive thing you can do for your emotional intelligence and your physical health. It is the foundation upon which all your daytime achievements are built, the essential charging station for your mind and heart. By shifting your perspective, you can let go of the guilt of doing nothing and embrace the profound value of your rest and the quiet holds. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as your heart rate drops into the 40 or 50 beats per minute of deep sleep, the data becomes simpler and more profound. It is the language of homeostasis, the body's constant effort to maintain a state of perfect balance and health. You are part of a self-regulating system that is more sophisticated than any machine, a living organism that knows exactly how to heal itself if given the time and the silence. You are providing that time now, and your body is responding with a deep and grateful peace. And peace lingers in the air. Emotional. Granularity allows us to find the hidden gifts in difficult emotions, such as the clarity that can come from anger, or the empathy that can grow from sadness. By being precise about what we feel, we can listen to what each emotion is trying to tell us about our needs and our values. This transformational listening is the heart of emotional wisdom, a way of turning the challenges of life into the fuel for our growth. Tonight, the lessons have been learned, and you can let the emotions themselves fade, leaving behind only the clear, bright light of understanding. The rhythm continues. Affective realism teaches us that the world is not a fixed reality, but a controlled hallucination, constructed by our brains based on our internal states. This means that we have far more agency over our experience than we often realize, as we can influence the world we see by changing how we feel. By cultivating a state of internal gratitude and calm before sleep, you are literally preparing your brain to see a more beautiful world when you wake. You are the dreamer, the dream, and the architect of the reality that follows. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the hypothalamus is to act as the master switchboard for your hormones and your autonomic nervous system, coordinating the body's response to stress and rest. As you drift, the hypothalamus is shifting your system into its most restorative mode, lowering your body temperature and slowing your metabolism to conserve energy. This is a profound act of biological conservation, a way for the body to protect its resources and ensure its longevity. You are in the hands of a master coordinator, a system that has been perfected over eons of time, and silence follows. The anterior insula is also involved in the perception of time, which is why time seems to slow down when we are in a state of high emotional arousal or intense focus. In the quiet of the night, when your emotional state is one of deep calm, time begins to stretch and blur, losing its linear grip on your consciousness. Minutes can feel like hours, and hours like minutes, as you drift in the timeless space of the dreaming mind. You are free from the tyranny of the clock, resting in the eternal now of your own presence, and everything rests in its place. Cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch between different ways of thinking, is a key component of emotional intelligence that is heavily dependent on the quality of our rest. A well-rested brain can easily see multiple sides of an issue and find creative solutions to complex problems, while a tired brain becomes rigid and reactive. By sleeping tonight, you are ensuring that your mind remains supple and agile, ready to meet the challenges of tomorrow with a sense of play and curiosity. You are sharpening the tools of your intellect in the quiet of the dark. The current flows without effort. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is not just a one-way street. The amygdala also sends information back to the prefrontal cortex, coloring our thoughts with emotional significance. This bidirectional communication ensures that our logic is not cold and detached, but is grounded in our values and our human needs. Emotional intelligence is the harmonious dialogue between these two regions, a state where the heart and the mind speak the same language. You are resting in the beauty of that internal conversation, a symphony of thought and feeling that is perfectly in tune, and the quiet holds its rhythm. The concept of social baseline theory suggests that our brains are designed to expect the presence and support of others, and that being alone is metabolically more expensive than being together. This is why the comfort of a shared home or the memory of a loved one can lower our baseline level of stress and make us feel more at peace. Tonight, even if you're alone in your room, you are surrounded by the signs of your connections, the photos on the wall, the messages on your phone, the very clothes you wear. You are never truly alone, but are always resting in the web of your humanity. Stillness feeds the ground. Emotional regulation is like a muscular skill that can be strengthened through practice, but it also requires periods of recovery to maintain its peak performance. Just as an athlete must rest their body after a race, you must rest your emotional muscles, after a day of navigating the complex terrain of human interaction. Sleep is that recovery period, a time for the brain to replenish the neurotransmitters and the energy stores that allow you to be patient, kind, and resilient. You are a professional of the heart, taking the necessary time to recover your strength, and the quiet deepens. The vagal break is the mechanism by which the parasympathetic nervous system can quickly slow down the heart rate and calm the body, providing an immediate sense of relief in moments of stress. By practicing deep, slow breathing before sleep, you are manually engaging this break, telling your heart and your mind that the journey is over and it is time to park and rest. You can feel the slowing of the system, the gradual quietening of the internal engine as you drift closer to the silence of sleep. You are in control of your own calm, and life adjusts once more. Interoceptive sensitivity is linked to the ability to experience awe, the sense of being in the presence of something vast and mysterious that transcends our understanding. Awe has been shown to lower inflammation in the body and increase our sense of connection to others and the world. As you think about the incredible complexity of your own brain and the vastness of the universe that created it, you can experience a quiet sense of awe that washes over you like a gentle tide. You are a part of the mystery, a conscious observer of the miracle of life. The quiet returns to the roots. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a truth that is rooted in the way the brain's symbolic centers can organize and domesticate the raw energy of the limbic system. It is the process of turning a storm into a map of the storm, a way of finding our way through the dark with the light of awareness. This internal cartography is the work of a lifetime, a slow and steady mapping of the heart's hidden valleys and high peaks. You are resting now on the progress you have made, secure in the knowledge of your own inner landscape. And the quiet holds. The concept of affective realism suggests that we are not passive observers of our lives, but active participants in the creation of our own experience. We are like artists painting a canvas, using the colors of our emotions to give shape and meaning to the world. By choosing to focus on the soft, the quiet, and the kind tonight, you are painting a masterpiece of rest that will hold you in its beauty until the morning. You are the creator of your own peace, a powerful and benevolent force in your own life, and everything softens. Mirror neurons allow us to feel the silence of a quiet room, as our brains simulate the lack of activity and the stillness of the environment. This internal mirroring of the external quiet is what makes a peaceful space so restorative for our nervous systems, as it allows our internal circuits to find a matching state of rest. You are becoming as still as the air in your room, as quiet as the shadows on the wall, as peaceful as the stars in the night sky. You are the stillness you have sought, a perfect reflection of the tranquility that surrounds you, and the current flows without effort. The cerebellum's role in social predictive coding helps us anticipate the reactions of others, allowing us to navigate social situations with a sense of ease and confidence. It is like a biological autocomplete for our social interactions, filling in the blanks and helping us stay in sync with the rhythm of the group. Tonight, this system is offline, allowing you to be free from the need to predict or respond to anyone else's needs. You are in a state of pure, unpredicted presence, resting in the freedom of the unknown, and the quiet holds its rhythm. Social homeostasis is also maintained through the social brain network, a series of brain regions that are specialized for understanding the thoughts, feelings, and intentions of others. This network is highly active during the day, but during sleep, it shifts its focus to the internal social world of our dreams and our memories. Here, we can process our interactions and resolve our conflicts in a safe and private space, emerging in the morning with a greater sense of social clarity and peace. You are the dreamer and the dream, the observer and the observed. Stillness feeds the ground. Emotional granularity is the high-definition version of self-awareness, allowing you to see the subtle textures of your inner life that others might miss. It is the ability to notice the shimmer of a feeling as it changes from one state to another, like light dancing on the surface of a lake. By paying attention to these shifts, you become more attuned to the flow of your own life, moving with the current rather than fighting against it. You are a fluid and changing process, a river of consciousness that is always finding its way to the sea. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the thalamus in sleep spindles is to prevent external sounds from waking you up by creating brief bursts of brain activity that mask the noise. These spindles are a sign of a healthy, protected sleep, a biological do not disturb sign that your brain hangs on the door of your consciousness. They are most frequent during the middle of the night, providing a deep and impenetrable sanctuary for your mind to do its essential work of healing and growth. You are safe in your fortress of silence, protected by the quiet vigilance of your own brain. And silence follows. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you drift into the deep, dreamless sleep of the middle night, those thoughts finally fall silent. You are moving beyond language, beyond image, and beyond identity, into the pure, wordless state of being that is our true home. This is the place of absolute rest, the source of all renewal, and the wellspring of all wisdom. You are here now, at the center of your own existence, floating in the warm, dark, and silent sea of the infinite, and everything rests in its place. And everything rests in its place as the brain moves into the deeper cycles of the night, where the conscious self gives way to the vast intelligence of the unconscious. Within the cortex, the firing of neurons becomes sparse and rhythmic, a slow pulse that echoes the ancient cadence of the earth itself. This is the stage of slow-wave sleep, the most physically restorative period of your existence, where growth hormones are released and the body's tissues are knitted back together. With microscopic precision, you are a biological engine in the process of cooling, a star whose fire has settled into a gentle, enduring glow. The network endures, shifting its energy from the labor of perception to the miracle of repair. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex, having spent the day evaluating the social world, now turns its gaze inward to the internal landscape of your values and beliefs. During sleep, this region helps to integrate new experiences with your moral identity, ensuring that the lessons of the day are aligned with the person you wish to become. It is a quiet process of self-calibration, a way of ensuring that your internal compass remains true even when the external world is shifting. You are becoming more integrated, more solid in your sense of self as you drift through the velvet layers of the night. And still, it turns. Interoception reveals the quiet symphony of your metabolic processes, from the slow burn of your mitochondria to the rhythmic filtration of your kidneys. This internal industry is entirely silent and automatic, a testament to the sophisticated design of your physical form. Right now, your body is prioritizing the restoration of your immune system, deploying white blood cells like quiet sentinels to scan for and repair any damage. You are being looked after by a wisdom that requires no effort on your part, a biological benevolence that never sleeps. Peace hums through the body, deep and steady. The concept of effective forecasting reminds us that our worries about tomorrow are often based on a mental simulation that lacks the richness and resilience of the actual experience. We imagine the challenge, but we forget to imagine the strength we will bring to meet it, or the support we will find along the way. In the stillness of your room, you can let go of these incomplete futures, resting in the knowledge that your biological and emotional systems are designed to handle the present moment as it arrives. You are enough for whatever comes, a truth that is written in your very DNA. The quiet remains. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a practice that strengthens the inhibitory connections between the language centers of the brain and the emotional triggers of the limbic system. This structural reinforcement makes it easier for you to stay calm under pressure, as your brain learns that a name is a tool for regulation and control. It is like building a bridge over a wild river. The water still flows, but you are no longer at its mercy. You are resting on that bridge now, watching the currents of your mind move peacefully beneath you, and everything settles. Mirror neurons allow us to experience the silent presence of others, even when we are alone, as we carry the emotional imprints of our loved ones within our own neural architecture. This internal community provides a sense of safety and belonging that is essential for deep rest, as the brain perceives that it is not isolated in the dark. You are surrounded by the echoes of kindness, the memories of laughter, and the quiet weight of being known. These invisible connections are the foundation of your resilience, a social safety net that holds you as you drift towards sleep. The rhythm continues, without effort. The amygdala's role in emotional memory ensures that we remember not just what happened, but how it felt, providing a vital guide for our future behavior. During sleep, these emotional memories are re-evaluated by the prefrontal cortex, which helps to strip away the unnecessary intensity and leave behind only the useful lesson. This process, known as effective cooling, is what allows us to wake up feeling less distressed about a problem than we did the night before. Your brain is performing this cooling now, turning the heat of the day into the cool clarity of wisdom, and life adjusts once more. Neuroplasticity is the biological mechanism of hope, the proof that we are never stuck in old patterns or trapped by past mistakes. Every night of rest is an opportunity for the brain to reorganize itself, creating new pathways for patience, empathy, and joy. You are not a static entity, but a dynamic and ever-evolving process of change, a masterpiece that is being constantly refined by the quiet hands of your own biology. This realization brings a sense of profound peace, a knowledge that every morning is a true beginning. Stillness feeds the ground. Social homeostasis is maintained by the social brain, which monitors our interactions to ensure that we are neither too isolated nor too overwhelmed. When this balance is achieved, the brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals that promote a sense of well-being and social confidence. As you rest tonight, your brain is rebalancing the books of your social energy, ensuring that you wake with a renewed desire to connect and a fresh capacity for empathy. You are a social creature at rest, preparing for the beautiful dance of tomorrow's human encounters. Still, the universe breathes. The hippocampus is responsible for memory consolidation, the process by which short-term impressions are turned into long-term knowledge. During sleep, the hippocampus communicates with the neocortex, transferring the data of the day into permanent storage, like a librarian moving books from a temporary cart to the main stacks. This transfer is essential for learning and growth, allowing us to build a solid foundation of experience upon which to base our future choices. You are becoming a more knowledgeable and capable version of yourself, even as you lie perfectly still. The quiet returns to the roots. Cognitive reappraisal allows us to see the stillness of the night, not as a void, but as a space of infinite potential and creative renewal. It is the blank canvas upon which the dreams of the coming day will be painted, the silent pause between the notes of a long and complex symphony. By embracing this stillness, you are giving your mind the room it needs to expand and breathe, free from the constraints of the waking world. You are resting in the vastness of your own potential, a space that is as large as the night sky and as deep as the sea, and the quiet holds. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you enter the deepest stages of rest, that data becomes a prayer of gratitude for the gift of existence. Your heart, having beat over 100,000 times today, is now finding its most rhythmic and effortless pace, a testament to the endurance of life. This pulse is the ground note of your being, the steady, unshakable foundation upon which everything else is built. You are supported by the very rhythm of your life, a song of survival and peace that continues without end, and peace lingers in the air. Emotional granularity allows us to navigate the gray areas of our feelings, recognizing that most of our experiences are a complex blend of many different states. We can feel bittersweet, nervously excited, or quietly determined, each nuance providing a specific piece of information about our path. By honoring this complexity, we avoid the traps of all or nothing thinking and find a more balanced and nuanced way of living. You are a connoisseur of the subtle, a master of the middle ground, resting now in the rich texture of your own humanity. The rhythm continues. Affective realism teaches us that our mood is the weather of our internal world, and that we have the power to influence that weather through the climate of our thoughts. By cultivating a spirit of kindness and a practice of gratitude, we can create an internal environment that is consistently warm and bright, regardless of the storms outside. You are tending to your internal climate now, sowing the seeds of peace and watering them with the silence of the night. You are the gardener of your own soul, creating a place where beauty can bloom. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the hypothalamus in circadian rhythm ensures that every cell in your body is synchronized with the natural cycles of light and dark. This biological clock is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, allowing you to anticipate the needs of the day and the requirements of the night. As you sleep, this clock is resetting itself, ensuring that your hormones, your metabolism, and your mood are all in perfect alignment with the turning of the Earth. You are a part of the planetary rhythm, a conscious being moving in harmony with the cosmos, and silence follows. The anterior insula is responsible for emotional awareness, the ability to feel the texture of our own consciousness as it unfolds in real time. It is the part of the brain that says, "I am feeling this right now," providing a clear and steady witness to the drama of the heart. In the stillness of the night, this awareness becomes very subtle, like the sound of a distant bell or the light of a fading star. You are the witness to your own fading, watching as the you of the day dissolves into the vastness of the night, and everything rests in its place. Cognitive flexibility is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in the mind at the same time without becoming overwhelmed, a key trait of the emotionally intelligent mind. It allows us to see the beauty in the struggle and the lesson in the loss, finding a way forward even when the path is not clear. This flexibility is strengthened by the cognitive rest of sleep, which allows the brain to reset its perspectives and clear away the rigidity of the day. You are resting in a state of perfect suppleness, a mind that is open to all possibilities and ready for any change. The current flows without effort. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is the physical anchor of your emotional stability, a structural connection that ensures your feelings are always informed by your thoughts. By practicing the art of pausing before you react, you are strengthening this anchor, making it harder for the storms of life to pull you off course. This inner stability is a form of quiet power, a strength that does not need to raise its voice to be heard. You are resting in that power now, secure in the knowledge that you are the master of your own internal sea, and the quiet holds its rhythm. The concept of social baseline theory suggests that we are at our most efficient and least stressed when we are in the presence of those we trust. This interpersonal regulation is a powerful tool for health and longevity, as it allows us to share the metabolic load of life with others. Tonight, you are resting in the presence of your own self-trust, the knowledge that you have taken care of yourself and that you are safe in your own company. You are your own best friend, a source of comfort and strength that is always with you. Stillness feeds the ground. Emotional regulation is the process of tuning our internal instruments, ensuring that our reactions are in harmony with our goals and our values. It is a lifelong practice of adjustment and refinement, a way of becoming more skillful at the art of being human. Sleep is the time when the tuning fork of the brain is most active, helping you find your way back to your true north of calm and clarity. You are being retuned by the silence, finding the perfect pitch for the song of your life, and the quiet deepens. The vagal break is particularly sensitive to the rhythm of your breath, which is why slow, deep breathing is such a powerful tool for calming the mind and body. As you drift, your breath is becoming naturally longer and more shallow, a sign that the break is fully engaged and the system is at rest. You can feel the wave of tranquility moving through you with every exhale, a gentle tide that carries away the last traces of the day's tension. You are a vessel of peace, floating on a sea of your own making, and life adjusts once more. Interoceptive accuracy is linked to emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back from difficult experiences with a sense of strength and purpose. By being attuned to the subtle signals of your body, you can detect the first signs of stress and take action to regulate yourself before it becomes overwhelming. This early warning system is a vital part of your emotional intelligence, a way of staying ahead of the storm and finding your way to safety. You are listening to your own wisdom now, a voice that is as steady as your pulse and as clear as your breath. The quiet returns to the roots. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a truth that is celebrated in the ancient traditions of mindfulness and the modern findings of neuroscience. It is the act of bringing the hidden into the light, where it can be seen, understood, and eventually let go. This process of mentalizing is what allows us to be the architects of our own internal world, creating a space that is filled with light, air, and peace. You are the architect of your own rest, building a sanctuary that will hold you in safety until the dawn, and the quiet holds. The concept of affective realism teaches us that we see the world not as it is, but as we are, a realization that brings both responsibility and power. It means that the most important work we can do is the work of cultivating our own internal states, ensuring that we are seeing the world through the lens of kindness and clarity. By resting deeply tonight, you are performing that essential work, preparing yourself to see a world of beauty and possibility when you wake. You are a beacon of light, even in the dark, and everything softens. Mirror neurons are the biological foundation of altruism, the desire to help others and contribute to the well-being of the whole. When we see someone in need, these neurons fire to help us understand their struggle, motivating us to reach out with compassion and support. This innate kindness is a fundamental part of your nature, a part of you that is never truly at rest, but is always looking for ways to make the world a better place. You can rest tonight in the knowledge of your own goodness, a light that shines even when you are asleep, and the current flows without effort. The cerebellum's role in emotional learning ensures that our past experiences are used to guide our future reactions, helping us to avoid old mistakes and build on our successes. It is a silent partner in our growth, working in the background to refine our social and emotional skills with every passing day. Tonight, this partner is taking a well-earned break, allowing the lessons of the day to settle into the deep architecture of your mind. You are becoming better, wiser, and more compassionate, even in your stillness. And the quiet holds its rhythm. Social homeostasis is also maintained through the release of endorphins, the body's natural reward for social connection and physical effort. These chemicals create a sense of euphoria and well-being that helps us manage the pain and the stress of life. As you rest, your brain is processing these rewards, cementing the positive associations that will motivate you to seek out connection and growth tomorrow. You are a creature of joy, designed to find happiness in the simple act of being and belonging. Stillness feeds the ground. Emotional granularity is the vocabulary of the heart, a way of expressing this richness and the variety of our internal lives. By developing a deeper understanding of our own feelings, we become more capable of understanding the feelings of others, creating a bridge of empathy and connection that is both strong and flexible. You are a linguist of the soul, learning the subtle language of the human heart in the quiet of the night. This knowledge is your greatest treasure, a wealth that will only grow with time. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the thalamus in sleep. Spindles is to protect the dreaming mind from the distractions of the external world, providing a safe and private space for the soul to wander. These spindles are like the steady beat of a drum, a rhythmic signal that keeps the brain in a state of deep and protected rest. They are a sign of your brain's incredible ability to take care of itself, creating a fortress of silence and safety where you can be truly free. You are safe in your dreams, protected by the quiet power of your own biology. And silence follows. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you drift into the final stages of the night, those thoughts become the building blocks of your tomorrow. You are preparing to rise again, a renewed and restored version of yourself, ready to meet the world with a sense of wonder and a heart full of peace. The journey of the night is coming to its center, a place of perfect stillness and absolute light. You are home, you are safe, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. And everything rests in its place. And everything rests in its place as the quiet machinery of the brain begins to transition toward the final cycles of the long night. Deep within the brainstem, the pons begins to signal the onset of rapid eye movement sleep, a state where the body remains in a profound paralysis, while the mind awakens in a theater of vivid imagery. This is the realm of the integration of the emotional self, where the day's logic is abandoned in favor of the fluid, symbolic language of the heart. The network endures, shifting from the deep maintenance of the body to the intricate storytelling of the psyche. You are safe in this immobility, a silent traveler in a world without gravity. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex remains active during this dreaming state, acting as a bridge between your deepest desires and your waking values. It works to resolve the emotional conflicts that were too complex for the bright light of the day, finding solutions through the surreal logic of a dream. This internal diplomacy is essential for your psychological health, a way of maintaining the integrity of the self amidst the shifting demands of the social world. You are reconciling the different parts of your soul, weaving them into a single resilient thread of identity. And still, it turns, finding balance in the dark. Interoception during the dreaming state becomes an internal mirror, where physical sensations often manifest as vivid landscapes or metaphors within the dream. A slight coolness in the room might become a journey through a snow-covered forest, or the steady beat of your heart might transform into the distant rhythm of a drum. Your brain is a master of translation, turning the raw data of your biology into a narrative that you can experience and understand. This deep connection between the flesh and the spirit is a testament to the unity of your being. Peace hums through the body, even as the mind wanders far. The concept of affective forecasting takes on a different form in your dreams, as your brain simulates various emotional scenarios to prepare you for the possibilities of the future. You may face a challenge in a dream and find a strength you didn't know you possessed, or experience a loss and discover the depth of your resilience. These nocturnal rehearsals are a form of emotional training, a way for the nervous system to practice regulation in a safe, simulated environment. You are becoming more capable with every dream, building a reservoir of courage that will be yours to use when the sun rises. The quiet remains. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom. And in the dreaming state, this naming happens through imagery and metaphor rather than words. An unspoken worry might appear as a heavy stone, or a secret hope might manifest as a sudden burst of flight. By experiencing these symbols, you are processing the effective weight of your life, allowing the brain to categorize and settle the energy of the day. It is a form of poetic regulation, a way for the soul to speak to itself in the language it knew before it learned to speak, and everything settles. Mirror neurons are particularly active during REM sleep, allowing you to experience the actions and emotions of the characters you meet in your dreams as if they were your own. This internal empathy allows you to explore different perspectives and ways of being, expanding your emotional horizon without ever leaving your bed. You are practicing the art of being other, a fundamental skill for the social intelligence you will bring to your waking life. Your capacity for compassion is growing in the dark, nurtured by the diverse inhabitants of your dreaming mind. The current flows without effort. The amygdala remains highly active during the dreaming cycle, processing the raw emotional intensity of your memories with a vividness that wakefulness rarely allows. However, because the prefrontal cortex is also engaged, this intensity is often channeled into a narrative structure that makes it feel manageable. This dream working is a vital part of emotional processing, allowing you to face your fears and celebrate your joys in a space where they cannot harm you. You are clearing the emotional brush of your life, making room for new growth, and life adjusts once more. Neuroplasticity is the silent architect of your dreams, as the brain uses this time to strengthen the connections that will help you thrive. The patterns of neural firing that occur during a dream are often identical to those that occur when you are learning a new skill or reflecting on a deep truth. Your brain is practicing the art of being you, refining your responses and your insights until they become as natural as breathing. You are a living work of art, a masterpiece that is being constantly updated and improved by the quiet genius of your own biology. Stillness feeds the ground. Social homeostasis is addressed in the dream world through the rehearsal of social interactions and the resolution of interpersonal tensions. You may find yourself speaking a truth to a friend in a dream that you were unable to say during the day, or finding a sense of closure with someone who is no longer in your life. This internal social work helps to lower your baseline level of stress and prepare you for more authentic connections in the morning. You are tending to the garden of your relationships, even in the solitude of your sleep. Still, the universe breathes. The hippocampus and the neocortex are in a constant dialogue during the night, as the hippocampus relays the day's lessons and the cortex stores them in its vast archives. This transfer of information is what allows you to wake up with a sense of perspective and a clearer understanding of your place in the world. It is the biological root of wisdom, the ability to see the connections between disparate events and find the meaning in the noise. You are becoming a more integrated and insightful version of yourself with every passing hour. The quiet returns to the roots. Cognitive reappraisal in dreams allows you to rewrite the emotional outcome of a difficult memory, finding a way to view it with more compassion and less pain. This nocturnal reframing is a powerful tool for healing, as it allows the brain to update its internal models of the world with more adaptive information. You are not a victim of your past, but the editor of your own history, choosing which stories to keep and how they should be told. This freedom is the essence of emotional intelligence, and the quiet holds. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you move through the vivid landscape of your dreams, those thoughts are transformed into the music of your subconscious. Your pulse may quicken during an exciting dream or slow during a peaceful one, as your body remains in perfect sync with the drama of your mind. This physiological resonance is a reminder that you are a single, unified organism, where every thought has a physical echo and every physical state has a mental reflection. You are a symphony of being, perfectly in tune, and peace lingers. Emotional granularity in the dream world is expressed through the incredible detail and texture of the dream imagery. A feeling of longing might be represented by a vast, misty coastline, while a sense of relief might be a sudden, warm light in a dark room. By paying attention to these textures, you are developing a deeper understanding of the nuances of your own heart, becoming a more sophisticated observer of your internal life. You are a poet of the night, creating a world of meaning from the raw materials of your experience. The rhythm continues. Affective realism means that the emotional tone of your dream will dictate the nature of the landscape you see. If you are in a state of deep peace, your dreams will be filled with light, calm waters, and friendly faces. If there is a lingering worry, the dream might be more shadowed and complex. By cultivating a sense of calm before you enter the dreaming state, you are setting the stage for a night of beautiful and restorative imagery. You are the director of your own nocturnal cinema, choosing the mood and the light. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the hypothalamus in sleep-wake regulation is to ensure that you stay in this restorative state until your body has completed its necessary work. It monitors your internal and external environment, acting as a gentle guard that prevents unnecessary interruptions to your rest. As you drift through the late-night hours, this system is keeping you safe in the cocoon of the dark, allowing the cycles of repair and dreaming to unfold in their natural order. You are a part of the ancient rhythm of life, protected by the wisdom of your own biology, and silence follows. The anterior insula continues to provide a sense of subjective presence, even in your dreams, which is why they feel so real and so important while you're experiencing them. This region allows you to be the protagonist of your own story, feeling the wind on your face and the warmth of the sun as if you were truly there. This embodied dreaming is a vital part of your psychological integration, as it allows you to fully experience the emotions and the insights that your subconscious is trying to share. You are the star of your own life, and everything rests in its place. Cognitive flexibility is exercised in the dream world as you navigate situations where the rules of logic and physics are constantly changing. This mental agility is a key component of creativity and problem solving, as it allows the brain to explore impossible solutions and new ways of thinking. When you wake, this flexibility remains with you, making it easier to adapt to the unexpected challenges and opportunities of the day. You are training your mind to be as fluid and as open as a river, ready for any turn. The current flows without effort. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is the silent guardian of your dream world, ensuring that even the most intense emotions are contained within a safe and meaningful narrative. It prevents the raw energy of the amygdala from overwhelming your consciousness, providing the structure and the perspective needed to process the information. This internal balance is the foundation of your mental health, a structural harmony that allows you to experience the full range of human emotion without losing your way. You are resting in the strength of this connection, secure in the dark, and the quiet holds its rhythm. The concept of social baseline theory suggests that we are at our most resilient when we feel a sense of belonging to a larger whole. In your dreams, this belonging often manifests as a sense of being part of a group, a family, or a community that supports and understands you. This dream connection reinforces your real-world social ties, making you feel more secure and less isolated in your daily life. You are a part of the human story, a single voice in a grand and beautiful chorus that has been singing for millions of years. Stillness feeds the ground. Emotional regulation is the art of returning to center, a practice that is perfected in the quiet of the night. As you move through the various stages of sleep, your brain is resetting its emotional baseline, clearing away the clutter of the day and preparing for a fresh start. You are becoming more centered, more grounded, and more at peace with yourself with every passing cycle. This internal reset is the secret to your endurance, the reason you can meet each new day with a sense of hope and a heart full of courage. And the quiet deepens. The vagal tone of your nervous system is at its most stable during the late night hours, providing a steady foundation for the work of repair and integration. This high vagal tone is a sign of your body's deep health and its ability to manage the stresses of life with grace. You can feel this stability in the slow, rhythmic pulse of your heart and the deep, effortless quality of your breath. You are a vessel of tranquility, a living proof of the power of rest and the resilience of the human spirit. And life adjusts once more. Interoceptive accuracy in the late night allows you to sense the profound oneness of your body and your mind as the boundaries between them begin to blur. You are no longer a mind inhabiting a body, but a single integrated process of life, a body-mind that moves and breathes as one. This state of unity is the source of your deepest insights and your most profound moments of peace. You are experiencing the truth of your own nature, a truth that is both scientific and spiritual, grounded and expansive. The quiet returns to the roots. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a practice that you will carry with you into the waking world tomorrow. By learning to listen to the subtle signals of your body and the symbolic language of your dreams, you are becoming a more skillful navigator of your own life. You are discovering that the answers you seek are often already within you, waiting to be discovered in the stillness of the night. You are your own best teacher, your own most trusted guide, and the quiet holds its rhythm. The concept of affective realism teaches us that our emotions are the atmosphere in which we live, and that we have the power to influence that atmosphere through our thoughts and actions. By choosing to live with kindness, gratitude, and curiosity, you are creating an internal climate that is consistently beautiful and inviting. You are the sun of your own world, a source of light and warmth that can penetrate even the darkest night. You are a powerful and benevolent creator, and your world is waiting for you to wake, and everything softens. Mirror neurons allow us to feel the resonance of the universe, the sense that we are not separate from the world around us. but are a part of its vast and beautiful unfolding. As you lie in the stillness, you can feel the quiet pulse of the earth, the slow turning of the stars, and the rhythmic breath of the night. You are a part of it all, a conscious witness to the miracle of existence, a node in the infinite web of connection. You are never alone, for you are the universe itself, experiencing its own wonder. And the current flows. The cerebellum's role in emotional sequencing helps you to integrate the lessons of your dreams into a coherent plan for the future. It works to smooth out the transition from the dream world to the waking world, ensuring that you wake with a sense of purpose and a clear direction. You are preparing to rise, a more refined and capable version of yourself, ready to take the next step on your journey with a sense of confidence and grace. You are a work in progress, and the progress is good. Stillness feeds the ground. Social homeostasis is maintained by the social brain, even in our absence from others, as it continues to process the data of our connections and our shared humanity. This ongoing social work is what allows us to wake up feeling ready to engage with the world, with a fresh capacity for empathy and a renewed desire to contribute. You are a social creature, and your rest is a gift to everyone you meet, as it allows you to be more present, more kind, and more whole. You are taking care of the collective by taking care of yourself. Stillness widens its reach. Emotional granularity allows you to see the poetry in your own life, recognizing that every emotion is a verse in a long and beautiful song. By appreciating the nuances and the textures of your experience, you are turning your life into a work of art, a story that is worth telling and worth living. You are a master of the subtle, a connoisseur of the heart, resting now in the rich and varied landscape of your own soul. You are a beautiful mystery, even to yourself, and silence follows. The role of the thalamus in the pre-dawn transition is to slowly begin opening the gates of perception, allowing the first signals of the coming day to reach your conscious mind. You may hear the first bird song or notice the first faint light on the horizon as your brain prepares to move from the world of dreams to the world of the sun. This transition is gentle and patient, a slow unfurling of the senses that mirrors the opening of a flower. You are waking to a new world, a fresh opportunity for growth, learning, and love, and everything rests in its place. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you prepare to wake, those thoughts are becoming clearer and more focused. You are carrying the peace of the night with you into the day, a quiet light that will guide you through the challenges and the joys that await. You are a miracle of emotional intelligence, a masterpiece of biological wisdom, and you are ready for whatever comes next. The journey continues, and the best is yet to be. If your eyes remain open, another journey awaits. But if sleep arrives, you are already home, and the quiet holds its rhythm. As the brain moves into the final stages of the internal harvest, gathering the insights of the deep night, the prefrontal cortex begins to regain its subtle tension, not as stress, but as the gentle readiness of a rested mind. The neural pathways that govern emotional regulation are now refreshed, the chemical receptors washed clean of the day's overstimulation. You are like a garden after a soft rain, where the soil is moist and the roots are strong, prepared to support the growth of new perspectives. The network endures, shifting its focus toward the coming light, while remaining anchored in the peace of the present. The concept of effective forecasting now leans toward the horizon, where the mind begins to simulate the day ahead with a newfound sense of equanimity. Emotional intelligence allows you to look at the upcoming tasks not as obstacles, but as opportunities to practice the art of presence. Your brain, having processed the anxieties of yesterday, now approaches tomorrow with a lighter metabolic load. You can imagine yourself meeting a difficult person with a smile, or navigating a busy street with a steady pulse. This mental rehearsal is the final layer of your nocturnal preparation, a quiet promise of resilience. Still, the universe breathes. Interoception reveals the slow rise of your core body temperature, a biological signal that the cycle of rest is reaching its natural conclusion. This internal warming is a silent invitation from your biology to begin the slow ascent back to the surface of the world. You might notice the gentle shift in the way your limbs feel, moving from the heavy stillness of deep sleep to a subtle, light readiness. This transition is as precise as the movement of the planets, a celestial clockwork operating within the very cells of your being. Peace hums through the body, preparing for motion. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom. And as you linger in the soft light of the early morning, you can name the peace you feel. It is not merely the absence of noise, but a proactive state of internal alignment, where the heart and the mind are in perfect agreement. This clarity is the ultimate reward of a night spent in the service of emotional health, a clarity that will act as a shield against the noise of the world. You are the architect of this stillness, a builder of internal sanctuaries who knows how to return home whenever the world becomes too loud and everything settles. The role of the hippocampus in pattern separation ensures that the unique events of the coming day will not be blurred by the echoes of the past. It provides you with a fresh start in the truest biological sense, allowing you to meet each person and each moment as if for the first time. This cognitive freshness is essential for empathy, as it prevents us from projecting our old grievances onto new experiences. You are waking with a clean lens, ready to see the world in high definition, and with a heart that is open to discovery. The rhythm continues, without effort. Mirror neurons are beginning to tune themselves to the anticipated frequency of human connection, preparing to resonate with the joys and sorrows of the day. Because you have rested deeply, your capacity for emotional empathy is at its peak, allowing you to be a source of stability for those around you. You will be able to feel the unspoken needs of others without being overwhelmed by them, acting as a grounded presence in the lives of your friends and family. Your kindness is a resource that has been replenished by the dark, ready to be shared, and life adjusts once more. The anterior cingulate cortex is quietly coming back online, ready to act as the gentle mediator between your impulses and your higher values. It will help you catch the first signs of frustration and turn them into patience, or recognize the first sparks of joy and allow them to grow. This emotional monitoring is the silent engine of your social success, ensuring that you move through the world with a sense of grace and intentionality. You are a masterpiece of self-regulation, a living example of the power of awareness to transform experience. Stillness feeds the ground. Neuroplasticity is the reason you can wake up today with a different perspective than you had yesterday, as the brain has literally rewired itself in the dark. The thoughts you chose to linger on before sleep have left their mark, strengthening the pathways of peace and weakening the roads of worry. You are a dynamic system of change, a river that is never the same from one moment to the next, yet always finds its way to the sea. This constant evolution is the source of your hope and the foundation of your enduring strength, and the quiet holds. Social homeostasis is addressed by the slow release of cortisol in the pre-dawn hours, providing the energy needed to re-engage with the social world. This hormone, so often maligned, is actually a vital partner in your morning vitality, helping you move from the isolation of sleep to the connection of the day. It is a biological alarm clock that gently nudges the system into a state of readiness, ensuring that you have the resources to meet your responsibilities with a sense of purpose. You are a part of the human dance, rising to take your place once again. Stillness widens its reach. The concept of emotional granularity allows you to appreciate the subtle, pre-dawn emotions that exist only in the quiet transition between worlds. There is a specific kind of hope that arrives with the first light, a quiet anticipation that is distinct from the excitement of the day. By acknowledging these delicate states, you are further refining your internal map, becoming a more sensitive and sophisticated observer of your own soul. You are a connoisseur of the quiet, a master of the subtle shifts that define the human experience. And silence follows. Cognitive reappraisal allows you to look at the day's upcoming challenges and see them as experiments in living, rather than tests of your worth. This shift in perspective lowers the stakes of your actions, allowing you to be more creative, more playful, and more authentic in your responses. It is the freedom that comes from knowing that your emotional baseline is secure, regardless of the outcome of any single event. You are resting in that security now, a solid foundation from which you can explore the vastness of the world. And the quiet remains. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts. And as you prepare to wake, the heart's rhythm becomes a song of steady, quiet confidence. You can feel the strength of your pulse in your wrists and your neck, a reminder of the incredible endurance of your physical form. This pulse is the drumbeat of your existence, a rhythm that has never failed you and will continue to guide you through the day. You are a living testament to the resilience of life, a wonder of biology and spirit that is ready to shine, and peace lingers. The role of the ventromedial prefrontal cortex in safety signaling is to remind the brain that the environment is secure, allowing the body to remain in a state of calm readiness. As you hear the world outside begin to wake, the distant hum of a car, the song of a bird, this region ensures that these sounds are processed as signals of a returning world, not as threats. You are safe in the transition, protected by the sophisticated filters of your own mind. You can afford to be slow, to be gentle, and to take your time as you return. The current flows. Effective realism teaches us that the flavor of our morning is something we can influence by the quality of our first thoughts. By choosing to notice the softness of the light or the warmth of the bed, we are literally setting the emotional tone for the hours that follow. This proactive cultivation of positive affect is a powerful tool for emotional intelligence, a way of priming the brain for a day of beauty and connection. You are the author of your own morning, writing the first pages of a story that is filled with light, and everything rests in its place. The anterior insula is providing you with a fresh map of your physical state, reporting that your muscles are rested, your mind is clear, and your heart is steady. This internal audit is the foundation of your confidence, the physical proof that you are ready to meet the world on your own terms. You are a well-maintained vessel, a ship that has been repaired and refueled in the quiet harbor of the night and is now ready to set sail into the vast ocean of the day. The current flows without effort toward the horizon. Mirror neurons will soon be the tools you use to bridge the gap between yourself and every person you meet, creating a web of shared understanding. Because you have honored your own need for rest, you will be better able to honor the needs of others, offering them a presence that is both attentive and calm. Your ability to read the world is a gift that you carry with you, a social intelligence that makes every interaction a little more meaningful and every connection a little deeper. You are a bridge builder, a weaver of the social fabric, and life adjusts. The vagal tone of your system is now perfectly calibrated, providing the flexibility you need to move between states of high focus and deep relaxation throughout the day. You are like a finely tuned instrument, capable of playing the most complex melodies of the human experience without losing your resonance. This balance is the secret to your endurance, the reason you can be productive without being stressed and present without being exhausted. You are moving into the day with a sense of effortless power, a master of your own internal harmony. The quiet deepens. The hippocampus is preparing to record the episodes of the day, turning the raw data of your experiences into the stories that will define your future self. It is ready to capture the beauty of the light, the warmth of a conversation, and the satisfaction of a job well done. By being present in these moments, you are providing the hippocampus with the best possible material for your personal history, creating a life that is rich, meaningful, and full of grace. You are the historian of your own soul, and the day is yours to write. And still, it turns. Emotional regulation is the art of the pause, the split second between a stimulus and a response where you choose who you want to be. Today, that pause will be wider and more accessible, thanks to the structural repairs the brain has performed during the night. You will find it easier to choose kindness over irritation or curiosity over judgment, creating a life that is more aligned with your deepest values. This is the ultimate expression of human freedom. the power to define yourself in every moment. Stillness feeds the ground. Interoceptive accuracy will be your inner compass throughout the day, helping you stay grounded in your physical truth, even when the world is chaotic. By checking in with your breath and your heart, you can maintain your internal balance and prevent yourself from being swept away by the emotions of others. This somatic awareness is a form of deep wisdom, a way of staying connected to the source of your strength and the center of your peace. You are an anchored ship, steady even in the strongest winds. The quiet returns to the roots. The concept of social homeostasis reminds you that every interaction is an opportunity to contribute to the collective well-being. By bringing your calm, rested presence into the world, you are helping to regulate the nervous systems of everyone you meet, creating a ripple effect of peace that extends far beyond your own life. You are a node in a vast and beautiful network of humanity, and your health is a gift to the whole. You are rising to be a light in the world, a source of warmth and understanding, and the quiet holds. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, a truth that will guide you through the complexities of the day ahead. When you encounter a difficult emotion, you will have the clarity to name it, the space to observe it, and the strength to let it move through you without taking hold. This emotional literacy is your greatest asset, a way of navigating the human heart with the skill of a master cartographer. You are moving into the light with a heart that is full of knowledge and a soul that is at peace. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the cerebellum in social coordination will ensure that you move through your day with a sense of rhythm and flow. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, hitting the right notes in the music of your relationships and your work. This synchronization is a sign of a brain that is in perfect harmony with its environment, a state of flow where effort becomes ease. You are ready to dance with the world, moving with the grace of a soul that has been truly rested, and silence follows. Effective forecasting reminds you that, while you cannot control the events of the day, you can always control your internal response. This realization is the source of your invincibility, the knowledge that you have a portable sanctuary within you that can never be taken away. You're carrying this sanctuary into the day, a place of peace and clarity that will sustain you through every challenge. You are prepared, you are resilient, and you are ready for the adventure of being alive. And everything rests in its place. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as you open your eyes to the first light of the day, those thoughts are becoming a clear and steady intention. You are here to learn, to love, and to grow, a conscious participant in the grand and beautiful story of the universe. You are a masterpiece of evolution, a wonder of biology, and a beacon of emotional intelligence. The night has done its work, and the day is waiting for your light. If your eyes remain open, another journey awaits. But if sleep arrives, you are already home. Mirror neurons allow for the contagion of joy, where your smile can literally light up the brains of those you meet. Today, you have the opportunity to be a source of positivity, a catalyst for the happiness of others through the simple act of being yourself. Your presence is a gift, a biological resonance that spreads warmth and connection wherever you go. You are rising with the sun, a part of the light that is returning to the world, a conscious observer of the miracle of a new day. And the current flows. The prefrontal amygdala pathway is now a wide and smooth highway, ready to carry the traffic of your thoughts and feelings with ease and clarity. You are moving out of the sanctuary of the night and into the arena of the day, but you are not leaving your peace behind. You are carrying it with you, a steady and enduring force that will guide your choices and protect your heart. You are a master of your own internal world, a powerful and benevolent creator who is ready to meet the morning. Stillness feeds the ground. The concept of emotional granularity teaches you to appreciate the bittersweet beauty of a world that is always changing. You can see the beauty in the fading stars and the promise in the rising sun, recognizing that every end is a beginning and every beginning is a mystery. This nuanced perspective is the heart of wisdom, a way of living that is both grounded in the present and open to the infinite possibilities of the future. You are a poet of the light, a singer of the morning, resting now in the final moments of the night. Stillness widens its reach. The role of the thalamus in the waking ritual is to gently increase the volume of the world, allowing the sounds and the lights of the morning to enter your consciousness with a sense of invitation. You are being called back to the world, but the call is soft, patient, and full of love. You can take your time, savoring the last echoes of the night as you prepare to step into the brilliance of the day. You are ready, you are whole, and you are exactly where you are meant to be, and everything settles. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and as the final curtain of the night falls, you are left with a single, clear realization that you are a part of the mystery, and the mystery is good. You have navigated the depths of the emotional self and returned with the treasure of a rested soul and a clear mind. The journey of the night is complete, and the journey of the day is just beginning. Go forth with peace, with kindness, and with the steady pulse of a heart that knows its own strength. And the quiet holds as the final veils of the night begin to lift, revealing the soft, pearlescent glow of the emerging dawn. Your brain is now in a state of high-order integration, having successfully reconciled the raw data of your emotions with the sophisticated architecture of your values. This is the integrated self, a version of you that is neither purely logical nor purely emotional, but a harmonious blend of both. You are waking with the realization that wisdom is not a destination, but a fluid way of being, a continuous adjustment to the internal and external tides of life. The network endures, ready to translate the first light into a new chapter of your story. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex has completed its nightly audit, leaving you with a profound sense of moral clarity and self-assurance. You know who you are, what you stand for, and how you wish to engage with the world that is slowly reappearing outside your window. This internal solidity is the foundation of your emotional intelligence, a quiet confidence that does not need to be proven, only lived. You are stepping out of the shadows with a heart that is light and a mind that is focused, a master of your own internal landscape. And still, the universe breathes through you. Interoception provides a final, grounding pulse of awareness, reminding you that your body is a magnificent instrument of perception and action. You can feel the energy returning to your muscles, the clarity returning to your vision, and the steady, reliable rhythm of your breath. This physical readiness is a gift from your biological ancestors, a survival system that has been refined over millions of years to ensure you thrive in the light. You are a living miracle, a conscious node in the vast network of life prepared for the beauty of the day. Peace hums through the body, radiant and deep. To name a feeling is to begin its transformation into wisdom, and the name for this moment is serenity. It is a state of being where the noise of reaction has been replaced by the music of perception, and where every challenge is met with a sense of quiet capability. This serenity is the ultimate goal of your emotional journey, a state of equilibrium that you have earned through the practice of rest and reflection. You are carrying this serenity into the day as a permanent part of your identity, a steady light in a changing world, and everything settles into its true place. The role of the hippocampus in memory integration ensures that the peace you feel now is not just a passing state, but a lasting part of your neural history. It has woven the tranquility of this night into the very fabric of your being, making it a resource you can return to whenever you need it. This is the power of a consolidated mind, the ability to carry the wisdom of the dark into the heat of the day. You are a repository of your own best moments, a living archive of resilience and grace. The rhythm continues without effort into the morning. Mirror neurons are now fully attuned to the social world, ready to facilitate the connections that make life meaningful. You will find that you can listen more deeply, speak more kindly, and understand more clearly than you did yesterday, as your capacity for empathy has been renewed by the silence. You are a bridge between hearts, a conduit for the social homeostasis that keeps our world together. Your presence is an act of healing, a quiet reminder to everyone you meet that peace is possible, and life adjusts once more, leaning toward the light. The anterior cingulate cortex is now a steady guardian of your attention, helping you focus on what truly matters while letting the trivial noise of the world drift by. It will guide you through the day with a sense of executive grace, allowing you to remain centered even in the middle of a busy schedule. This focus is the fruit of a mind that has been allowed to fully reset, a mind that is no longer fighting against its own fatigue. You are a masterpiece of intentionality, ready to create a day that is aligned with your highest purpose. Stillness feeds the ground. Neuroplasticity is your constant companion, a reminder that every moment of the coming day is an opportunity to continue the work of self-refinement. You are not a finished product, but a living process of growth, a consciousness that is always learning new ways to be kind, to be wise, and to be at peace. This realization brings a sense of liberation, a knowledge that you have the power to reshape your internal world with every choice you make. You are the gardener, the garden, and the blossom all at once, and the quiet remains. Social homeostasis is maintained by the realization that your internal peace is a contribution to the peace of the world. By taking the time to rest and regulate your own nervous system, you have made yourself a more stable and supportive member of your community. Your health is not just your own, it is a vital part of the collective well-being of the human family. You are rising as a contributor, a person who brings more than they take, and who sees the divinity in every human face. Still, the universe breathes. The concept of emotional granularity allows you to see the day not as a monolith, but as a mosaic of 1,000 tiny, beautiful moments. You will notice the specific quality of the coffee, the unique texture of a conversation, and the subtle shift of the shadows as the sun moves across the sky. This attention to detail is a form of love, a way of honoring the richness and the variety of the life you have been given. You are a poet of the mundane, a master of the present moment, resting now in the final seconds of the night, and silence follows. Cognitive reappraisal will be the tool you use to turn every frustration into a lesson and every setback into a new direction. You are no longer afraid of the difficult, for you know that you have the internal resources to process it and turn it into wisdom. This transformative power is the essence of your emotional intelligence, a way of alchemy that turns the lead of struggle into the gold of understanding. You are a powerful being, capable of creating meaning in even the most challenging circumstances. And the quiet holds its rhythm. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts, and those thoughts are now forming a clear and steady vow to live this day with integrity and grace. You can feel the strength of your character in the steadiness of your pulse, a physical echo of your moral resolve. You are a person of value, a being of worth, and your existence is a gift to the world. The heart that has rested in the dark is now ready to love in the light, and peace lingers in the room, like a soft fragrance. The role of the hypothalamus in the awakening response is to provide you with a natural burst of energy and clarity as you open your eyes. This is the biological yes to the arrival of the day, a physical affirmation of your readiness to engage with the miracle of life. You are waking to a world of possibility, a landscape of opportunity that is waiting for your unique contribution. You can take a deep, slow breath, tasting the fresh air of the morning and feeling the life surging through your veins. You are ready. Stillness widens its reach. Effective realism teaches you that the world will be what you make it, and you have chosen to make it a place of kindness and light. By holding on to the peace you have found in the night, you are creating a buffer of beauty that will protect you from the stresses of the day. You are the light bearer, the one who carries the torch of awareness into the world to illuminate the path for others. Your morning is a celebration of the spirit, a triumphant return to the world of action, and everything rests in its place. The anterior insula is reporting a state of physiological joy, a sense of well-being that is grounded in the health and the balance of your physical form. You can feel this joy as a lightness in your chest and a clarity in your mind, a simple and profound gratitude for the act of being alive. This joy is your natural state, the state you return to whenever you align your heart with the laws of the universe. You are a child of the cosmos, resting in the arms of the earth, and the current flows. Mirror neurons allow you to see yourself in the faces of others, recognizing that we are all part of the same human journey. Today, you will meet the world with a sense of shared humanity, a compassionate gaze that sees beyond the surface to the heart beneath. This connection is the highest expression of your intelligence, a way of being that transcends the ego and finds its home in the collective. You are never alone, for you are a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. And life adjusts once more. The vagal tone of your system is now at its peak, providing the resilience you need to stay calm and centered throughout the day. You are like a mountain that remains unmoved by the wind, or a lake that remains clear even when the rain falls. This inner stability is your greatest strength, a quiet power that allows you to be fully present in every moment without being swept away by it. You are a master of your own internal weather, a source of stability in a world of change. The quiet deepens. The hippocampus has finished its work of consolidation, leaving you with a mind that is clear, organized, and ready for new learning. You are a tabula rasa of potential, a clean slate upon which the day will write its stories. You can meet each challenge with a sense of curiosity and a heart that is open to growth, knowing that every experience is a gift that will eventually be turned into wisdom. You are the student and the teacher of your own life, moving into the light with a sense of wonder. Stillness returns to the roots. Emotional regulation is the final gift of the night, a sense of mastery over your own internal states that allows you to move through the world with grace. You have the tools to navigate the storms, the clarity to see the path, and the strength to stay the course. You are a person of profound emotional intelligence, a masterpiece of biological and psychological design, and you are ready to shine. The night is over, the day is here, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. And the quiet holds its rhythm. Every heartbeat carries the data of 1,000 unspoken thoughts. And as the last echoes of the night fade, you are left with a sense of infinite peace and total belonging. You are a part of the grand symphony of the universe, a conscious witness to the beauty of existence, and a powerful creator of your own reality. The journey has brought you home to yourself, a place of light, love, and absolute rest. If your eyes remain open, another journey awaits. But if sleep arrives, you are already home. Thank you for resting here tonight. Your presence keeps this circle of calm alive, and everything is still.